How we doing today? Today is MLK, better known as Martin Luther King Day. We celebrate this and honor him and try to remember him for the things that he tried to start. But, it's still things going on nowadays that, we got to honor him in the way that he wanted us all to be. It's not just a black or white thing. See, this is what happens in life today. We try to epitomize what someone stood for. And Martin Luther King, he stood for values. He stood for a better way of life. He saw a dream. Well, that's why I put my title, I Have a Dream Today. Is that dream was to have a beautiful future for us all to flourish and to celebrate that togetherness. But I'm afraid that his dream of that is just being shit on. Because people, right or wrong or indifferent, believe that they knew this man's dream. The same people in our society that say they know what God wants. Or they're not godly, they're this and that. People act like they are. And we wonder why we got so much division. Because we don't have communication. We can't communicate with each other because we don't know how to talk to each other. Because the lines and the things have been divided and things have been planted in people's minds that these people are bad, this people are bad, or you're this and you're that. And it has continued to oppress us as people. And I'm sorry that people have a different way of seeing shit, but you have to understand we're all being used in this fucked up cycle of life, some way, in some form. No one is less subjected to the shit than another. We're subjected to the same shit. It's just they want to placate it off as, oh, well, this only happens to you, and this is, and people buy into it. And wonder why we have the problems and the shit, and why we can't ever come together as people and as a culture of people that come from all different ways of life. That's what makes it so beautiful about life. That we all have different, unique things about ourselves that we can celebrate amongst ourselves in a good way, not a bad way. But see, we always looking at negatives and always looking at bad things, and not focusing on the breakthroughs. But see, we've been blinded and jaded for so long because we've been comfortable in this way of life. And a lot of times we have to be uncomfortable to get comfortable. You know, when you get too comfortable, you get too lazy, you get complacent, you start letting your guard down, you start, that's what's happened. We can sit here and paint all the fucking excuses in the world all we want, but if we ain't celebrating and honoring what Martin Luther King wanted, then what the fuck are we doing? We can't say we're freedom fighters. We can't say that we're standing up for the truth. We can't say that we are better people. Because it's just, I don't have to tell you this. You don't have to see it on television. We see it outside our doors. We see it in our communities. We see it in our neighborhoods. In the way of life, in the way of the neighborhoods, and the way they have just continued to decrease. And it doesn't matter who the fuck is in the office and who's running it and this and that. We've been getting fucked. And it's not until we all wake up and realize and have this, you know, come together moment and really stand together and fight for something that's real and fight for a future for our children. If not ourselves, for the children, for the next generation. That's what I was always taught. You know, grandparents try to give us a better leg than they had, and so on and so forth. But now, for lack of a better term, we got media, fancy shit, everything else. Now people are so glued. People don't have that closeness with their families or other people and this and that. We're too busy. We're in a new world. We're in a new great reset. We're in this, you know, in this world, everything is catered to what? The cell phone, the computer, the video games. These things are very helpful, but they've what has technology made us? Technology has made us lazy human beings. So much that we rely on this, so much that if something was to ever happen catastrophically, people are going to lose their living minds because they got everything tied into this matrix, as I like to call it. And most people, their real life only matters because it's in the matrix life. Meanwhile, the reality of their real life is suffering. And it's whether it doesn't matter if you're an addict, and it depends on what you call addictions. Addictions are not just drugs and alcohol. Addictions are other things as well. But see, nobody comes to my channel to want to hear that. I mean, I talk sports up on here all day long, but I want to give people the perception of what life is. And it ain't the perception of what's going on outside because it's going down, 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 baby. And we're playing into their hands and into the game because everybody likes playing games and everybody thinks games are so fun and enjoyable. But caution you: do not treat your life like a game. And many of us have. Many of us have. I'm not going to say that I haven't. And you got to pay the piper for that. But some of us are not willing to accept paying the piper for that. No. But today, I would just like to try to honor Dr. Martin Luther King, you know, in trying to be better, you know, to break down. And they suffered. And me as a person of the Caucasian skin, man, it just makes me sick that people want to act like I don't understand your struggle. You know, hey, I don't know what it is to be like slavery, but right now, what I feel like we're dealing with is about like what they were dealing with, except for it's gonna get worse. You know, tyranny never gets better, but they make us wallow in it, and that's why people don't see this as tyranny, or don't see this as dire straits. They don't see this as people only see what they want to see, and seeing is not believing. Because what we believe what we think we are seeing can merely be an illusion. You know, it's like they talk about the mirages. You know, when you see that, you see the mirages. They in the the movies of like if you're in the desert or something like that, you start to hallucinate. That's why they say sometimes people have delusion of grandeur. You know, that's why if you stay up for so long or you're just so whatever, you're your perception of what's going on starts to change and starts to waver. And things start to, things start to appear that aren't really there. But to your mind and your that's what your reality is, and that's how we see this. But most people don't want to talk about it. And there's a speech, I ask people to go try and look for, not just I have a dream speech, and even that's kind of a little indoctrinated a little bit, and it's just amazing to see his grandchildren and his continue on, in his great name, and his legacy, and try to encourage people to get out of the struggle. You know, I don't want people to live in ghettos and trailer parks and this and such that thing. I lived in a trailer park growing up as a kid. Okay, but didn't mean that I had to live that way and live like poor white trash. And what do you mean there wasn't just white people that lived in trailer parks? Okay, it just I don't want people to live in shithole ghettos and rundown neighborhoods and stuff of this nature. But it's up to people to live there to try to say, hey, fuck that. We don't want this shit turn to be like that. But people don't want to because they're scared to take a stand. Because they're expecting the police, they're expecting somebody else to make the difference. When it used to be us making the differences, it used to be people policing their own families up, making sure to take care of all this. Now it's just we don't even care. You have the USA Today coming out and saying, writing an article telling about people in California should not even be should just not even bother with parenthood. And you're gonna call my channel out for misinformation when you can go. It's in the USA Today. It got printed out. When we want to sit up here and act like we all got the answers and that we're gonna have a bitter fight with people, and it's just like people that bicker and bitch about sports. What I talk about, who really gives up in the end? All these guys are making billions of dollars off of people trying to bet or buying this or playing fantasy football or watching these guys. you know, idolizing, worshiping these people. Wonder why? I worship God. I believe in God, but you're over here worshiping this person and that person, and this superstar and that superstar and this person and that thing. And you don't want to idolizing and worshiping the wrong things. But that was something in the Bible, but all the Bible is misconstrued too. Well, I guess if you want to believe that everything has just been a lie to us, and they want us to, I don't know. How can you find truth in the world if you think everything's all made up lies and manipulations? They either screw you or fuck you. You know what I mean? I hate to be vulgar, but so we're living in, man. We're living in times where people just and this stuff's happened long before we were even fucking walking this place, walking on the earth and stuff like that. But we have people that want to just believe that whatever. But you can have your opinions and your ways, but you have to come to some conclusion to the reality that hey, maybe you're fucking not right, and not everybody needs have the answers. Not all of us have the right answers, and this and that. But we have to come together, living as civilized people in civilization, civil society. We have to live civilly amongst each other. We have to get along. We can't just kill each other and run around and live fucking lawlessly. And the only way that we get out of things is if we work. We got working hard people, but are people working? No, because either got to be vaxxed up or people don't want to work because this and that or whatever reason it is. It's the reason why our shit's going down, 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 and then these people get more money. But we don't want to expand our mind, we want to stay in a fucking box mentality. You know, you want to live in a fucking little fucking box, man, and you don't want to get out of your shit. I'm telling you, you wonder why you live in a prison mentality. See, we don't necessarily because you commit a crime, you go to prison. In life, we put ourselves in a prison. Just a little blow your mind, but that's what we do because we're human beings. We're living the human life, but we also have a spirit in us as well. You know, that's why we always have these eternal battles. But you know, that's up to everybody else. You know, we can believe that there's crazy people out there that crazy psychopaths doing murders. Well, most of us won't believe that the so-called people that quote unquote are supposed to have our best interests in watching us out aren't doing the same thing. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I mean, I guess you'll believe anything, and that's always a problem because people are willing to believe anything and everything, and just trying to look for the answers of the truth and to know what Maybe there's a good reason why we shouldn't know all this, because we'd probably be like Adam and Eve and shit. We probably already have been biting the apples, fucking around with the snakes, and when people think, oh, it's all these horn figures and nasty. No, it could be nice, charismatic people that are beautiful and whatever, and they just act like they're your best friends or this or that, and but then it's the lust and the delusions that cause. It's like people ask, why does things break up? Is it just because people want to cheat? Is they're not happy, or they're just because people want to live in this delusional, lustful, world of you can have your cake and eat it too type. And it's just no. Be happy for what you have and not what you don't have. Well, it wasn't yours in the first place. I don't cry because I don't have a millions of dollars, or I don't win $1 million, or I don't do. But I'm glad for what I have, and I'm happy for what I have. Or with it, you know, or without it, where would I be? I don't know. But I would have to try to, survive and have a better attitude, And I've had a shitty attitude in my life, and some days I want to live optimistically, hopeful, and other it's like, man, dude, why don't we just let's get on with the war, Let's get on with this shit, Like Leonidas and 300, let's put their names to the test then, or put my name to the test, and be like, just, I'm just, I'm not trying to be Mr. I have all the answers, but it's just we as people can't continue to lie to ourselves. And I mean, I don't know where it's getting. I mean, you were trying to lie to God, or you don't believe in God. Obviously, some people do, some people don't. I do, but it's not like I'm here to. All right, it's not that I don't like pastors and preachers and stuff like that, but the thing of it is, you have to plant a seed, and sometimes it's not up to. It's up to you just to plant the seed, but it's not up for you to help nurture and grow it. It's a choice. You either believe that it's the truth, everything is the truth there, and that you're going to be. But it's not like God's a fortune teller and a genie. He's going to cut you, rub a magic lamp or something, and that's not what believing in God is supposed to do for you. Supposed to give you that spiritual encouragement when you need that. Hey, I'm down right now, and it's I need to have cheer me up. Hey, we're gonna find a way. And it's not over. It's not the end of the road. Boys to men. But that's just our human being side. We have these feelings and these emotions that And just for me, losing people that you love the most, and it's hard as fuck, to wrap your head around. That my grandparents, my mom's parents, dad's parents, all these other, friends and people I knew, and all. It's like, man, dude. My uncle Jimmy, like just recently last year, like it's like fuck, dude, and start to think about your life, like holy shit, man, like, what am I doing? Am I truly just living my best life, or I'm just just bullshitting myself to till the end? I mean, what is? But I'd rather be honest with people and speak from the heart, speak from my gut. That's what I do from sports. We've had some early sports games going on here, so let me give y'all an update on that here. We got college basketball. We have the NBA that's already got underway. All right, all right. Ben Roethlisberger's cryptic message after ugly loss. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. All right, all right. Let's go look. I think we got college basketball up here early here. All right, we had some early finish in top 25 here. Number 4, Purdue had to go into double overtime. Double overtime. The Boilermakers, the number 4 team in the college land, taking on number 17 Illinois Fighting Illini here. Took care of them in the double overtime, 96-88 here. So, in another college basketball action right now, we have George Mason taking care of George Washington. Uh-oh. The Masons versus Washington. Isn't that a Illuminati? So it's a 70-57 here. George Mason is taking care of business with 6:46 to go in the second half here. And then Tennessee State is taking care of business with 5:41 left in the second half. They're winning 70-57. And in a close game here, we have Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish, go to play an HBSU school, and Howard, the Bisons here. And the Bison are only down by 1. They're about ready to tip off the second half here. So that's Howard's a pretty good basketball team there for the HBSU schools here, historical black colleges, if you're wondering why I'm using the abbreviation. Then we have LIU. They're winning by 7. They're about to end the first half. And you got Mount St. Mary's is up by 2 with 2 minutes in the first half. We had a couple games. We got a lot of games coming up here at 1 o'clock here. So we're gonna get our we won't be doing bets. We'll just get our picks in here today. We're not gonna write any bets down here, but we'll write down definitely the teams that we're gonna take here at the at this one. We got plenty of time, so maybe we'll do it really quick here. We'll do a really quick first half. First half college b-ball picks here. All right, we'll check in here. We'll go with the. All right. All right, we're going to go to the first half. We're going to go to the first half lines here. All right, sorry, I always have to stand up, ladies and gentlemen. It's just I just don't like leaning because I'm like the hunchback of Notre fucking Dame over here, looking like Quasi fucking Moto. And it's all right. I can make fun of myself. I laugh, have a good time. I got a good sense of humor. I don't take things such as personal I used to, but yeah. All right, let's go. The first take. My first take here. Oh, I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over in this first half. Team total over 70 and a half in Drexel and Hofstra. That's the first one I'm taking. Um, Utah. I'm gonna take the over 63 and a half in the first half between Utah and Arizona State here. The over 63 and a half. In Utah and Arizona State here. All right. In this game, we got James Madison and Elion here. All right, we're gonna lean. I'm gonna take the James Madison with the points here. Take James Madison first half here. Minus 1.5 on the spread here. All right. So we got three. We got Pennsylvania taking on Princeton. Mm, we'll get away from that game here. And we'll take Charlotte on the money line here. We'll take first half. Take a first half. Charlotte University on the money line here. That's plus 140 here. Gotta like that. Taking on Florida Atlantic. I think these are two teams that definitely could, keep the game competitive. And all right, we got Murray State and Eastern Illinois. We got Yale and Brown here. We'll take the over. We'll take the over in the Yale and Brown here. First half, team total over 67 and a half in Yale and Brown. All right, so we skipped over one Ivy League school to take another. All right. All right. Townsend and William and Mary. All right, we got 5 here. Um, yeah, we'll take the money line with the William and Mary tribe here. It's it's the principle. Let's do 40 here. I mean, a little steep there. I mean, Townsend is probably the better team, obviously, but who knows? Maybe the tribe will play, good half of basketball, and maybe they don't win. I don't need them to win the whole game per se, but they at least they win the half. William and Mary, the tribe, y'all. All right, so we got take our first under here. I like this. Under 69.5 here. Our first team total under here. Under 69.5 in Belmont and SIU. All right, under 69.5 in Belmont and Southeast Illinois University of Edwardsville here. All right, so we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. We got 7. 3 more picks here. Three more picks here. 3 more picks here. College of Charleston to be up by 5 or the over. We'll take it over 69 over here with these guys here. Uh, First half. All right. Into Harvard and the dot mouth. Harvard. We got Mercer. We got Mercer and the Citadel here. Put my money on the Citadel here. I mean, they're more probably a second half team though, but we'll bet on the Citadel here. We'll bet the Citadel money line here. It's plus 130 here. All right, so that leaves us one more here. One more. We take one more here. Pick one more team out of this. Illinois and Drake here. I mean, I like that here. Let's do that here. We will take Southern Illinois first half money line here. The Salukis. The Salukis, baby, here. All right, so we put a dollar. If we put a dollar bet here, we just made this a 10-team parlay. We would ultimately be cashing ourselves here. Pretty, a pretty penny, obviously. I mean, You bet $1 here. You bet $1. 1,000. $1,903.89 here. All right, we can do this here. All right, let's take this. Take Drexler. I want my main man Ellie on here. We'll take Charlotte. Take the tribe, yo. We'll take Lamar. That's 5. We'll take Wyoming. Sanders A. Sanders A. Right. We'll just do that. We'll just make an 8-1 here. All right. All right. That'd be grand right there. Yeah. All right, that was the 8-team trigger right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Drexel, Elion, Charlotte U, William and Mary, Lamar, Wyoming, San Jose State, California Baptist here. So, yep. There we go. That's that they're obviously. So, and we got NBA out here. We got the Bucks and Hawks still to play. We have the Trailblazers and the Magic. We have the Raptors and the Heat. We have the Suns and Spurs. We have the Thunder and the Mavericks. And then we have the Jazz and Lakers. Is the last game tonight here. We already got some live action right now in the NBA here. Obviously, there's a game already over here. We'll go to the scores for today here. Well, two games that obviously went final here. The Boston Celtics taking care of the New Orleans Pelicans here, 104-92. The Charlotte Hornets going into Madison Square Garden and beating the Knicks, 97-87 here. Definitely an under in that game. Definitely was an under in the Celtics game as well. I don't know exactly. And we got the Washington Wizards are up 101-87 on the 76ers right now. With 7 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the fourth. We have the Cavaliers with the 65-59 advantage over the Brooklyn Nets. They're about to go to halftime. The Clippers with the early lead on the Pacers, 33-21, with 2:16 to go in the first. And Memphis and the Bulls, Memphis up 12-10 with 3:16 to go in the first half. I mean, in the first quarter here. I'm over here. All right, some news. We have some news and notes here. Pistons rookie Cade Cunningham was ejected from yesterday's game after he posterized dunk and then he pointed at the defender. So it's like the taunting penalty. Oh, don't you point your finger, young man. When your mamas used to say that all the time. It's not polite to point your finger now. They used to say that. It's not polite to point. You should point your finger at people. Well, people still do anyways, right? What good is people anyways? Most people don't listen in the first place. Kevin Durant was diagnosed with a sprained MCL. The Nets have yet to provide any timetable for his return. And trade news here: the Celtics not looking to move Jaylen Brown in a deal for John Collins from the Hawks. Joel Embiid said, "Trust the process. We don't need trade. Trust the process." Well, you guys getting rid of Ben Simmons? I mean, I don't know. Yesterday football. I mean, what can you say? Buccaneers came to take care. Came and they took care of business against Philadelphia. Wasn't much of a game. Then you had the Niners and Cowboys kind of ended in controversy. However you want to see it. I mean, Niners were pretty much winning the game. Niners got hurt by a penalty call. Cowboys got bailed out. Then Cowboys got hurt at the end with the referee just grabbing the ball, running the lineman, and running and hugging to Dak Prescott, which I don't know led to the Dallas fans not being happy, throwing bottles and trash and shit at the players and the referees most of all, not the players. But I seen the video where somebody threw a water bottle. Somebody threw a water bottle, and Demarcus Lawrence, he was like, Demarcus Lawrence was like, boom, he knocked that shit out. He didn't look too happy about that. Yeah, I mean, I understand. You know, shit happens. It happens. Everybody says, well, you shouldn't let it get down to the officiating making a bad call. Well, in those type of instances where you got to hurry up and spike the ball, like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, there's got to be a fit enough ref to realize, hey, keep up with the play. Dak Prescott goes down. Hurry up, get to the line. Fucking put the ball to the ground. Get it set so people can start. I mean, I'm not trying to make excuses why the Cowboys lost. Obviously, they lost because they had penalties, and then they just it just so happens they always get screwed by a call. And so Niner fans, you're pretty proud of it for the most part. You pretty much dominated most of the pretty much the whole game, and then the Cowboys came back and had a chance to win it. But all thanks to refereeing and those you don't know, Boger, I don't know, Jerome Boger, I don't know if that's his first name or not. Well, him and the officiating crew in the Bengals and the Raiders game, they're no longer officiating in the playoffs here. And I'm sure this crew the crew in Dallas is not going to get another officiating job in the playoffs either, in my opinion. But who am I to say? So now we got one game left here. We got tonight here. We have the Arizona Cardinals coming in to play the Los Angeles Rams. So we'll see here. It's going to be on ESPN and ABC at 5:15 West Coast time, 8:15 East Coast time here. So yeah, so far we've got almost every game set here. So the winner of the Rams and Cardinals will be playing Tampa Bay here. You have Tennessee taking on Cincinnati. You have Kansas City and Buffalo. That's gonna be an explosive matchup there. And then we have Green Bay taking on the San Francisco 49ers. So hey, we gotta love that there. A message was retracted. Yeah. So I mean, it really does suck if you're a Cowboys fan or if you're even a Raiders fan there. I mean, the be screwed by officiating isn't cool. Obviously Kansas City game wasn't bothered by the officiating, or Buffalo, or even in Tampa Bay. It just seems so that the Cincinnati in the Dallas game. So now we'll see what happens. We had 3 games go good and 2 games kind of get fucked by the officiating. Will this be the third game, or will we just, we'll be waiting to see tonight here. And I got the call. I mean, I got the Conies. I'm putting my things on the Rams tonight. I think the Rams will definitely win. I'm liking the number here. I'm liking the number that they have here. I mean, we're getting. I mean, you're getting the Rams here. I mean, obviously, I'm not betting the money line here. I mean, minus 185. I would definitely take the Rams minus the 3.5 to win by 4. And the 49. I mean, I think you know. I mean, this game could be high scoring, but I would like. I myself would take 3.5 and I would take the under. All right, and we won't do the first half with the NBA here. Well, got Hawks and Bucks here. I like that under in the Bucks and Hawks game as well. Trailblazers and Magic here. I will take, I'll take Magic plus the 2. Like that there, like that there. I like the Raptors and the Heat there. I like the Spurs to cover the 3.5. It's the Suns. I like the Thunder. And and let's go with the over 230.5 in the Jazz and Lakers game here. All right, so we got the wild card game here. In the NBA. All right, so we got the under 232.5 and the Bucks and Hawks here. We got the Magic plus 2 on the points line here. We got the Raptors. We got the Raptors on the money line. We got the Spurs. Spurs plus 3.5 points line. I got the Thunder Buddies. My Thunder Buddies here. My Thunder Buddies. Thunder Buddies on the money line. And I hear we're the Mavericks here. Value pick of the night here. Value pick of the night. I mean, I love what Luka's doing. I love what Luka's doing. They're getting Porzingis back. Definitely Dallas is going to be a tough team there. But I like my Thunder Buddies. I like my Thunder Buddies here. And then I like the over 230.5 in that the Jazz and the Lakers game tonight here. Lakers haven't played the best. Magic kind of called them out. I think tonight, it's a good game to kind of, it's a game that they can Rams minus 3.5. And I have the under 49.5. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got 8 teamer. We got 8 teamer here. We got 8 teamer with $1 here. Yeah. All right. This one will be $600.82 here. That's taking. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. All right, so we got our bets here. We have our bets in. So definitely got our bet. We definitely got our live bets in here. So we're gonna see what's that. Let's get a live update here on the some live updates here on the NBA right now. We're gonna go NBA scores here. I didn't get to bet. I didn't bet. I didn't get to bet the Grizzlies against my Bulls here, which is definitely a good game. I would have liked it. So we got the Wizards up 113-92 with 2:44 to go. Looks like they're handling business by 21 here. The Wizards are. Um, the Nets minus Kevin Durant right now. They are trailing right now by 6 here. 65-59 halftime. Clippers are still winning 45-33 with 9 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the second. We have the Grizzlies up 25-23 against the Bulls. We got 10-12 to go in the second here. We got some other games coming up here, So definitely get an update there. Let's give an update on the college basketball games here. We're gonna give you guys some updates on some of the scores here. We got Notre Dame is leading Howard 58-51 with 6:34 to go in the second half. So pretty tightly contested game going to go down to the finish. We have LIU, Long Island University, taking on St. Francis of Brooklyn, the Battle of New York. And Long Island is winning 52 to 43 here, up by 9 with 11:53. So still a lot of time to go in that game. Merrimack has come back to take the lead over Mount St. Mary's 40-39. So plenty of time to come in this second here with 12:09 in the second half. 13 minutes and 3 seconds in the first here. Utah is up by 1 against Arizona State. We got 12:57 in the first half between James Madison and Elion. Elion has an 18-12 lead right now with 11:41 to go here in the first half. Florida Atlantic leads Charlotte 20-13 here. And then 11:16 to go in the first. We have Drexler leading Hofstra 16-13 with 12:04 in the first to go. We have Penn leading Princeton 17-11. We have LaSalle up on St. Joe's right now 4-3, barely 2 minutes into that game. And we have Stony Brook and University of Maryland, Baltimore County. Baltimore County, the Retrievers are up 12-6 right now with 12:46 to go. So we got plenty other games to get started. Norfolk State and Maryland Eastern Shore. We also got Murray State and Eastern Illinois. Yale and Brown. So we got a lot of action coming up here. We got quite a bit of action still to come here. So now that I got my picks out of the way and all that, I just wanted to share my thoughts on Martin Luther King and how you know I mean he did advocate nonviolence, but guarantee you he was gonna shake some shit up. I mean, people just don't get whacked by the government, and people be like, oh well, how do you get whacked by the government? That's conspiracy talk. They're gonna shut my TV. They're gonna shut my. I mean, it's inevitable. What did John Wilkes Booth did to Abraham Lincoln? You think John Wilkes Booth just happened to know Abraham Lincoln was gonna be in the movie theater? Happened to know exactly where he was gonna be? I mean, come on now. We all want to live in this world of, oh, well, that can't happen. Oh, how did Simpsons get this right? Come on now. Let's stop living in the naivete. Just like in sports and everything. Everything there is the matrix effect or the butterfly effect or the gematria. They got the gematria effect here. Yeah, if you don't know what that is, you definitely go check that out for yourself. But yeah, I'd like to thank y'all. Made my made my picks today. Had to say my piece, and now I'm gonna go relax and chill. Eat me some lunch here, and then go about the rest of my day. Watch these games, and yeah, enjoy the rest of this MLK day, and hopefully enjoy the rest of this week. And we'll be back tomorrow. Talk about the aftermath of all the games and the rundown. So take care of yourselves and love more than you hate.